Well, a very good afternoon from an overcast and quite cool Mallorca today, which is quite unusual because obviously we've already done a podcast this week, but this is a special football podcast. Young Martin, how are you?
Good afternoon, Richie. Is this the emergency podcast that we've been threatening to do for a while, is it?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it might be a good idea because, as you probably know, unless you're, lying under a stone right now, that this weekend, England, the Lionesses, will play against La Roja, the Spanish ladies team, in a repeat of the 2023 World Cup final in the Women's Euros. It's this coming Sunday. It's a 5 o'clock UK kickoff, 6 o'clock our time here in Spain. And I thought it'd be interesting for us to have a little chat about women's football in general. But obviously, this is quite a big game, I think, Mark. I mean, I'm quite looking forward to it. I don't know about you.
Well, if you think about the last three finals of Women's World Cup was England-Spain, wasn't it? And the Euros was England-Spain, wasn't it? And now the Women's Euros are England-Spain again. So it's a real history there. But unfortunately, the English have come out on the wrong side for the last 2 out of 3, and hopefully not 3 out of 4. But I've got my doubts, Richie.
Well, I think it's interesting, Mark. Let's obviously go back on England. England, in reality, haven't played that well in the whole of the tournament. I think the Netherlands was probably about the only game that they actually did come to the party. But they struggled against France. Of course, they lost 2-1 to France. They beat Wales 6-1, beat the Netherlands 4-0, and then. In reality, should have gone out against Sweden. Let's face it, they were 2-0 down with about 10 minutes to go, scored 2 goals in 3 minutes, and then went to one of the most outrageous penalty shootouts you're ever going to see in your life.
Oh,
and
man.
Sweden had 3 chances to win it, 3 penalties to win it. And every time get blasted the ball over the bar. It was outrageous.
I've never seen anything like it, Rich. My nerves were absolutely shredded there. And all 3 times I'm expecting just someone with a cool head to pop it in. And it was chaos, wasn't it? Probably, arguably, the worst penalty shootout of all time, I would say.
Well, it could be, yeah. It could well be, actually. And then in the semi-final the other night against Italy, I mean... once again, outplayed. I mean, more defensive display from Italy, to be perfectly honest. They went 1-0 up just before half-time. And then the Italian dark arts took play in the second half. Blimey, they were wasting a lot of time in the second half. And then England scored in the 96th minute. Michelle Agyemang scored, as she did in the quarterfinal with not long to go. Took it to extra time. And then Chloe Kelly stepped up. And me and my son, we were arguing about who was going to take the penalty. Would it be Lucy Bronze or Chloe Kelly? Because they were the only 2 that scored in the shootout in the other game. Well, until you got into the rest of the team. My money was, he went for Bronze, and I went, no, it's got to be Kelly. And actually, if you notice the coverage, Bronze had the ball in her hand, and then she handed it over to Chloe Kelly. And Chloe Kelly's got a very distinct sort of run up. Lifts a leg and lifts an arm and steps up to the ball and it was saved, unbelievably.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I thought actually it was the other girl put it in, but it wasn't. It was Kelly, wasn't it? I thought it was. But I think it was Fran.
Was it Ella Toon? Was it?
Ella Toon, yeah. But I mean, it doesn't matter, mate. It was in. I mean, I watched it last night. I watched the other semi-final. I watched the quarter-final. I've watched most of it, Rich, to be honest. And I've got to say, it's been really frustrating because the Lionesses haven't really, apart from that one game against the Netherlands, they haven't really come to the party, have they? So I was listening to Simon Jordan on TalkSport this morning, as I normally do, and he reckons that because we've been so awful, that's the English through the whole competition, that we're due a good game. So I really hope so, Rich. But I've got to tell you, my heart says England, but my head says Spain. It really does. And between us, 60, probably the best part of 70 years experience of living in Spain, it's going to be a tough watch, isn't it, on Sunday? But it's quite exciting as well.
Yeah, I think England come to the party when there's a good team on the other side. That I don't think there's any doubt about that. Also, I thought that Spain didn't play that well last night. I mean, Germans were very good. Once again, a bit like the Italians in our game, quite defensive, played very well, and could have sneaked it right at the end. If you saw that deflected shot that sort of the goalkeeper Katakoi managed to reflect out and then also save the rebound as well.
Yeah, it was great. The rebound was a fantastic save, by the way. I thought she was pretty poor getting back, but she fended it out. But she got up so quickly, and it was a superb save. That second save was. But I've got to say, Berger in the goal for the Germans was poor on the Spanish goal. If you look at her, she was looking in the wrong direction. It was just all wrong. And she left that little gap at the near post. I mean, Aitana Bonmati is a great player anyway. She's a Ballon d'Or winner, isn't she? So, I mean, it was a cracking goal, but I thought the keeper was poor. But I think that's been a bit of a hallmark of this tournament, really. I think the keepers have been found wanting a little bit, but it's exciting. And as I said, I'm really looking forward to Sunday, but I fear the worst, mate. I know I'm not going to be super negative, but I think we are due a good performance, and let's see if we can raise our game. However, I do have worries because the Spanish have just got such a great team.
Well, you mentioned goalkeepers there, and our goalkeeper, Hannah Hampton, who's been under a lot of pressure because of
she's been great.
Mary Earps' retirement. Do you know what I mean? I think she's been very good, actually.
She took a ball on against the Italians on Tuesday, and it just stamped her authority. And just those little snippets. We know we're fathers of goalkeepers, aren't we?
Both are, yeah, we are.
We're both fathers of goalkeepers. So it's just little moments like that where they stamp their authority on the game. It makes your team confident, and it just gives the opposition that little bit of something to think about. But I thought Hampton's had a great tournament so far.
And one of the big things about Hannah Hampton is her distribution is fantastic. Both know. It is. You both know here in Spain, and I think it's becoming quite a big thing in England. You know, a goalkeeper has to have a distribution like you can't believe. She's made two unbelievable passes. One was from her hands, a goal kick that Michelle Aguiman, and if you remember it, she lifted it over the keeper. She just lifted it over the keeper, and it hit the bar. It was like it would have been a wonderful goal if it had gone in. But also mentioning goalkeepers, it's important to mention that Catacoy is a goalkeeper from here, from Mallorca. She was born in Portol.
Let's face it, Rich, this is why you want to do the podcast today, isn't it?
Well, it is actually. I mean, I mentioned it to you that three of the players who were in the starting 11 last night are from Mallorca. Cata is from Portol in Mallorca. My son has trained with her. She is very close to Pablo Roca, who's a goalkeeping coach over here, and does a lot of goalkeeping academies, which my son has attended, and he's been very lucky that he's trained with Cata when she was a little bit younger than she is now. Cata is now playing for Barcelona. She's Barcelona's number one keeper. Then we've got Patri Guijarro. I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Guijarro.
Yeah, she's in the middle of the midfield. She plays for Barcelona. And the other one, Patri was born in Palma. And the other one is Mariana Caldente, who plays for the Arsenal, Mark.
Really? No wonder you were so excited about it.
She plays for the Arsenal.
We've got Mallorca, Barca, and Arsenal. Your three loves of life,
oh, mate. And she's from Felanich originally, Mariana. So it's great for the island to see, Spanish, particularly women footballers, playing for the national team and doing so well, of course, as well. And we've already mentioned. What do we call it? Bonmati?
Bonmati, yeah. Aitana Bonmati, who's an absolute cracking player, I've got to tell you. She's the match winner, mate. I think if we can stop her on Sunday, we can stop Putellas as well, Alexia Putellas, who's a great player. Those two players alone, they're the heart and soul of the Spanish women's team. If we can stop them two, we've got a chance, Rich. I mean, there's quality all through the team, so let's wait and see. But they're the two, really.
Well, as you say, Mark, stranger things have happened. Arsenal weren't given a chance against Barcelona in the Champions League final and managed to eke out a 1-0 victory. So I think if England win, it's going to be like a 1-0, I think, or possibly a 2-1. And we are both in the camp, I think both our hearts say England and our heads probably say Spain, if the truth be known, in this game. But you never know, Mark. You never know.
I liken it to the Club World Cup where nobody gave Chelsea a chance, and they absolutely did a job on PSG. Now, I think Serena Wiegman is one of those coaches. I think, one, she's a good coach, but two, I think she's a lucky coach as well. But you make your own luck in this game, don't you? And all the footballing cliches today, Rich. And I just think she's got it in her to get it right. Now, I think girl for girl, I think Spain are the superior side. I think the heart and soul of Barcelona, which you could argue, as you said, Arsenal beat them in the Champions League final. However, I think Barcelona are the best women's team in the world. They've got players in La Roca all the way through. So, Putellas and Bonmati, who we already mentioned, it's Spain's to lose, but I think it's there for the taking, Rich, isn't it? I think the World Cup final, we didn't quite arrive, did we, in the Women's World Cup final?
No.
And Spain were worthy winners that day, I've got to tell you. So I just hope that the girls, the Lionesses, put in a good performance and may the best team win.
Well, you just mentioned about Sarina Wiegman. Obviously, she's made 5 finals in a row now.
Yeah,
she was 2 with the Netherlands, and then 2, and now 3 with England. A question I want to ask, Martin, and be interested to hear your view on this. I don't know which way this is going to go, but could Sarina Wiegman ever become or ever manage a men's football team?
Yes, she could. Of course, she could. Yeah. But I think if you're talking top level team, I think it would be difficult. But I think there's no reason why she couldn't manage a championship side, for instance. And I think that might be an interesting thing for her to do. And if she did well there, maybe she'd be able to go up to the Premier League. So yes, of course she could, Rich. Whether she want to or not, I don't know. But yeah, I can't see why not.
Well, it's just the fact that if England do happen to win this tournament, has she really got much more to go for? Really, obviously, she could go back and go and try and win the World Cup with them, of course, as well. But would there be an opportunity for her? You'd have to be a brave chairman, I think, in order to take her on. Of course, in the world that we live in right now, because there aren't many. Well, I don't think there are any women managers. There was a woman manager of Forest Green, I seem to remember.
There was very shortly, yeah,
but didn't last very long. But
but she's definitely
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, she's definitely a ceiling breaker, isn't she? I mean, I think she's probably and the other lady from Chelsea. What was the lady's name?
Yeah, I was about to mention the same. Who's gone to the States now?
Who's gone to the States now? Who's now managing arguably the historical best ladies team in the world. So I think those two could do a job. But I mean, we also need to, probably just relax a little bit and let them enjoy their work with the women's team first. And you never know what opportunities come around the corner.
Yeah. Emma Hayes was there.
Emma Hayes, yeah. She's a cracking man, and when you listen to her, she knows her stuff as well. But I've listened to the argument many times. Of course they can manage in the men's league. Premier League, I think, is probably a little step too far, but maybe Championship League One, I can't see why not.
Okay, Mark, prediction, please.
Oh, Rich, I'm going to go 2-1 to England. But that's my heart. That's my heart, not my head. Probably my head says the other way around. But I'm going to stick to 2-1 to England, and I'm going to go with. I think Chloe Kelly's had such a great tournament. Michelle Edgermang as well. I think she's only 19. I think Michelle Edgermang, isn't she? So I think one
Hardly
of those
played for Arsenal as well. She's another Arsenal girl, mate. They're all Arsenal.
I know, mate. I know. I see why you're so excited, Richard. I mean, it's a great thing. It kind of encapsulates all our loves in one podcast, isn't it? Football, Parma, Mallorca, Barca, Arsenal. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Lionesses. Chloe Kelly to score the first. Adjumang to get the winner late on.
I am going to go 1-0 to England. I think it's going to be a tight game. Can't see many goals. Chloe Kelly has got to start for me. She's been fantastic in the last 2 games coming on. And what I don't want to see is that, we go 2-0 down and they have to become impact players. They should be impacting from the start, if I'm honest. And I think Chloe Kelly will score the winning goal.
We've got to get on Bonmati and Putellas, so we've got to get on them. I think our big girl at the back, is it Steph? She can do a job on them. Listen, put her into Rosette in the first minute and then we'll talk about it later. There you go.
I'm already getting phone calls from my Spanish friends, actually, to be honest with you, and messages already.
Yeah, listen,
so let's see.
And I've got to say, mucha suerte de mis amigos españoles.
Look at him. There you go. You see, that's one for the Spanish. You'll have to put subtitles on the bottom for that one, Mark. That's it, Mark. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Thanks, Rich. Great to see you, mate.
And you, mate. Come on, England.
Come on, England.
Make me dance.